Welcome back to Heroes Chronicles, Warlords of the Wastelands. This is Sir. This is the end of week 2. Astrologers proclaim week of the Ogre. Ogre growth +5. All dwellings increase population. That is good news for me. I get more ogres. I get more ogres. Look how many ogres there are. There's 8 available. Isn't that the same number there were last week? I am slightly confused. Does it only count if they're not upgraded? Maybe it's some kind of glitch. However, because I didn't build up my economy fast enough, I don't really have much going on in terms of finances. Built an extra Mage's Guild though, because Gundala has basic wisdom, which allows her to learn 3rd level spells. And that wasn't even the 3rd level, that was the 2nd level. So let's get Quicksand, Lightning Bolt, Firewall, and Remove Obstacle. I can also give those to Tarn once I get him up here. I have a severe gold shortage. Well, it is the beginning of a new week, so let's go and collect our weeklies. Yes, please. And then I'll come down here and wait to meet Tarnum, and I'll bring Tarnum back up. Yeah, I can make it there. Before heading on. Or maybe I won't. And I'll go try to hunt down Zubin and get some gold over here. And just hope that my current armies are strong enough. What I will do, though, since I now remember, is split this stack into 2 stacks of 4. Also move this one over here, put this one in closer to the center, because the rocks are fast enough to fly. You know what? Actually do that. There's my formation. Next turn. Oh, someone's over there. Okay. Turn him. Turn him. Turn him. It's a trap. There's actually no way through over here. I really thought there was. Because this patch of flowers is a shrub, through which I cannot pass. I'm sure I have fallen for that practically every time I have played this game. What a waste of several turns. Oh well. Bring Gundala up here. Upgrade our goblins. And faster. And build our Mage's Guild level 3. And since it's got the little roof up there with the fang, that means that is in fact the highest level that we can make the Barbarian Mage's Guild naturally. This is what the inside of all the of all the Mage's Guild looks like, more or less, except it's not always got this background through the window. Looks more like a painting almost. So what? What am I trying to say? So that's why there's extra spaces over here where the level 4 spells would be, I think. I could even be wrong. Anyway, I got Fireball, I got Landmine, and I got Forgetfulness. And Gundala will now be able to use those spells in her spellbook. Not only in this campaign, scenario, but also in the next one, to which she will be accompanying Tarnum as his most powerful captain. Get more rocks. Rocks are beautiful, rocks are wonderful, rocks are life. Okay. There's movement over there where I cannot go. You know what? I'm gonna just let Tarnum do all the stuff up here. And Gundala will hand over... Exchange those. Gundala doesn't have to be fast for this. I will have Gundala get in the boat. and she can come over here and study at the Star Axis and the Garden of Revelation, because I really like powering up the characters that I'll be bringing with me, making them better for the following parts of the campaign. The Hall of Valhalla will also help contribute to that. And now I'm getting money at a more substantial rate. Let's go take on lots of Ogre Magi, because that's clearly a good idea, in order to claim an artifact, some more gold, and some crystal, and the gold mine over there. Oh my gosh, the gold mine. They told me about it, and I almost forgot, but I don't think I was strong enough back then anyway. Okay, so these guys have the same abilities as these guys, except for the buffs that Tarn gives them. Tarnum gives them to, for instance, their attack skill, which is already a bonus of 7 instead of 1. So my Ogre Magi beat these Ogre Magi, but there are more of these Ogre Magi, so they're still, well, dangerous. And I have spell points. I have extra spell points because Tarnum, I can't see his stats right now because we're in battle. Oh yes, I can. Now has more power and knowledge from studying at the island. Also, our morale is fantastic, etc., etc. I will wait for the Ogre Magi to act. And can't fire at you. Bet I can fire at you, though, once you're done moving. Okay, so that's going to be our first target, because she got closer first. See, that didn't even take out one of them. That was what? 19 damage? Did I seriously just only do 19? Well, I do only have 5 of those orcs, but that's still kind of sad. 7, approximately 70, is more than enough to take out one of my ogres. Especially with that attack skill bonus. No, you can defend. Empower the rocks. The rocks should be able to take down some of their number first. And then you... empower the goblins, because there's still many of them that are significant. And if you can do it again, go right ahead. That's the great thing about Ogre Mages. Especially with morale bonuses, you can just buff your entire army and not even spend any spell points to do it. It's fantastic. 30 points of damage is not that significant, but a shield or a stone skin here might actually be very useful. Stone skin, rocks. How much did that help me? Difference of, I think that was 5? 4. It's significant. Okay. Engage. Oh, that was nice. Did you see that? 4 losses. And the goblins can come down here and sweep up. But not completely, because they're just not strong enough. 4 health left. Oh, that's a pity. It's a terrible, terrible pity. Neither of you should be able to get to me, so I guess I'll just take my turn killing off that. Nope. This isn't the most effective use of that because there's so few, but it's something. Try to take as few losses as I can manage. They did even less damage. They're bloodlusted, and maybe bloodlust does only... Hang on. No, it's not going to tell me what it does. And since I don't have it in my spellbook, that's not going to tell me what it does either. Oh well. I could come up here and engage these with my regular ogres. Same problem as before, although I do have much more attack power than they do now. And I'm going to start taking losses soon anyway. Okay, 1 ogre perished. That's unfortunate, but it happens. Their retaliation is used up, so I can bring in the weaker units. Chip away at them. Especially if I get to do that. That's wonderful. Yay for morale bonuses on important stacks. Most verily, yay for that. Rock, come over here and deal with these buffing guys. Okay. This should easily finish off that stack, so they won't have to deal with any retaliation there. Wolves, run away. I don't want to lose my wolf riders, I like them too much. Are you actually any defensively stronger than the... Not really. I'm likely to lose one if I attack there. Can I not? Oh, they have spell points. Okay. You can't see their spell points, but they have spell points, and apparently they're out. So I'll move them up here then. 20 hobgoblins fell there. Have yet to lose a rock, though. I'm very close. Well, I'll consider the ogres to be more expendable than the ogre mages. Or my wolf riders, apparently, because I just like them so much. And of course I can bring up the rocks to win the day. So I ended up losing 3 ogres and 20 hobgoblins to 27 ogre mages before bringing them down. But you know what? Wasn't that bad. Diplomacy allows you to negotiate with monsters who are weaker than your group. What it means by negotiate is if you run into a party of them on the world map, there is a chance that you can hire them instead of fighting them. But if you choose not to, I think that takes away your option to fight them, which makes diplomacy kind of a pain. It can be exceptionally useful if you do have a fair amount of gold somehow without controlling enough castles to use it all, but that's a very unusual circumstance, and generally I don't think it's worth it. Archery is one that we already have. Useful. Targ of the Rampaging Ogre. You come across a bridge spanning a dry gully. As you begin to cross, a gigantic maddened ogre, unlike the 27 that we just felled, appears from the other side and charges, forcing you to slay it. You decide to take its shield as a trophy. And more gold, and more gold, and some crystal, and more gold that I can't get until next turn. And some trees that I can't pick up. Right, and I'm having Gondola come over here to study, so that's fairly simple. Okay. Thankfully, if I don't really recruit these units, but I continue building up my town in more humble ways, I might actually be able to build that capital before too long. Maybe. And of course, the population is continuing to build. Like, I have nearly 40 hobgoblins here, and 36 wolf raiders, and 28 orcs, and all the rest of this, just waiting to be recruited once I have the money. This'll help. During a moment of weakness, when you feel like no one but you cares about restoring the glory of your people, your father sneaks into camp late one night with a group of farmers and cattlemen. They say that they're impressed with your success thus far, but like many, they have families to take care of and can't pick up a sword like they wish. Instead, they offer you a gift, the result of a collection taken up by your secret supporters. This is the best we can do, they say. It's a start, at least. So that will definitely help, and the gold mine will help even more, with an additional 1,000 gold per day from this point forward until, and unless I lose control of the gold mine. Okay, however, as much as I can use that gold, I already visited that, I think, this week, yep. As much as I could use the gold, I can also really use the troops to go and spearhead that attack that I'm going to have to make eventually anyway. So I might just have to wait and build a capital on a later map which is going to last longer. The Orc Chieftains or the Thunderbirds. Both of those are good. I will build this one first. Mostly just because it's in order and partly because it's cheaper. And then I will go on a recruiting spree, but I'll wait for the rest of them because I want to wait and build the other upgrade structure. Okay. It's day 6 of week 3 already. This may prove to be a shorter video than the other two. And I get an attack skill for staying here when the Hall of Valhalla is here. I don't think I really need the ballista. I could grab an ammo cart while I'm here. Also, now I have 15 of these, and now they are Thunderbirds. Do you see that speed? That is 4 more points of speed. That is an 11 speed creature that can zoom across the map and hit units before their first move. Aside from that, they are exactly the same. Okay, so the only difference is that they're faster, but that much speed can make a huge difference. And then I run out of gold. But having an additional task force of Ogre Magi, I'm actually going to split this so that there's 10 in this one to actually make up a substantial fighting force. Telephone. But 2 in this one so that just dealing them one total Ogre Mage of damage, because that's now a unit, is not enough to kill the stack, and they can buff the other ones. Okay. And now I have a sufficient army to come over here and take out these several rocks, and to continue on my merry way. Several rocks and also several Thunderbirds. I am really glad that I upgraded these because, otherwise, these guys would have gotten to go first, and would have wrecked my army. Goblins can wait. Rocks attack Thunderbirds, rocks die. The difference in power between an unupgraded wild, for the lack of a better word, goblin or thunderbird, or any other unit, versus one that is the same type, goblins versus goblins for instance, not even hobgoblins, but controlled by a hero, becomes more and more noticeable as you progress through the scenarios and your bonuses build up. When I was playing this game before, yeah, Tarnum's almost at the maximum level 6 despite not picking up any experience from those chests, by the way. When I was playing this game before, I got into a couple pickles where I only had a modest group of goblins and I came up against a much larger force and thought I was done for. But I pulled through just because of the huge attack and defense bonuses that Tarnum has, making his units supermen compared to the wild units that he was fighting against. It really does become dramatic over time. So, gold. Ah, I knew you'd be coming. Dreamed about a handsome young warrior coming to my door. Yes, I did. How would you like a sturdy weapon at your side? I'll give you one, but first you need to bring me 50 wolf riders to protect my home from the raiders that have been moving through these parts. Well, I already have 11 of them. And I know there are 36 over here. I can recruit riders instead of raiders. And in 2 more days there will be more, so I can do that quite easily. In the meantime, the Idol of Fortune. You found an ancient and weathered stone idol. Kissing it is supposed to bring luck or happiness, so you do. The stone is very cold to the touch. And just for the sake of demonstrating this, because this is something I can interact with, it doesn't cost me any movement points, which I don't have, to try it again. However, because this can only be used once until the effect goes away, since the stars are already shining upon you, as it says here, it doesn't do anything else. That's just to demonstrate that I can do that despite not having any movement left. I'll have you come and land up here so that the boat is accessible. Next day. Some gold, some crystals, some goblins! Gold, crystal, fuck that! Goblins! I want goblins! Those are useful. Like everything else isn't, of course. Gondola? Yeah, there are no goblins here to recruit, but as soon as I switch over the turn, it will become week 4, and there will be new goblins, and I can have her start her turn there, recruit the goblins on her way up to the castle next day. And over here at the castle, I need gold so much more than I need wooden ore, so I'm not even going to build that. Build this, though. Because clearly what I need to do is waste money. It's just, it is so hard for me. I'm a little bit OCD. All of a sudden, out of the shadowed treetops springs a pack of obsidian gargoyles looking for blood. With mace balls on the ends of their tails. Unfortunately, my Thunderbird can't get 2 retaliations in a turn. So, can't attack a second time against that. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't do much. Forward. There we go. So after that short but bloody battle, where the hell was I? There's a horde of gnolls over there. A horde sounds big. There's lots of boars. Boars are a neutral unit. No town can build them. Kind of interesting that way. I could stop at this goblin barracks, but I don't have anywhere to put the goblins without consolidating my stacks. On the other hand, the week's about to take over, so I'll consolidate my stacks. Get some more goblins. Yay, goblins! Ooh, there's a stronghold over here. I could go and take that, but not this turn. So instead I'll fight some gnolls. I actually don't remember what I was saying before that happened. Alright, so apparently once you hit 50, that's a horde. And these, unfortunately, are too far off the center for my rock to reach, just. Unless I haste it. I could haste it. Haste. Alright. Kill the gnolls. And this is why I love Thunderbirds so much. Sometimes, if you have Thunderbirds, you don't need anything else in, like, half of your battles. Ooh, and there's another windmill over there. Okay, so I've got a bunch of stuff set up. I'm looking forward to picking up some more goblins, visiting the windmill, liberating that town. And same over here, really, on the next turn in the next video. So join me, won't you, for more Heroes, Chronicles, Warlords of the Wastelands.